In terms of the last bear market, kind of going back towards that, did you experience any significant losses in terms of trades or anything like that?
Yes. So ended up, um, in the 2017 bull run, right? Seeing what little I put in as kind of a broke college student, become something which at the time was, hey, this is pretty cool to have, but didn't sell anything. So pretty much rode everything, down 80, 90%. And then there's actually, I think the first real like instance
Oh wow.
of extreme loss. Was, as I'm writing it down, I'm thinking like, okay, this has to be the bottom. We just dropped 75%. I'm still so bullish. And a friend turned me on to this little funny thing called leverage,
Oh my gosh,
um,
that's a
which
drug.
exactly. And I was a finance guy, but by no means a trader. And started, playing around on BitMEX back when you could was just a VPN. Um, and I vividly remember, so this would have been November 2018. Uh, I had a levered long position going for a bit, and first I was like, oh, okay, this is how I'm gonna make it all back, plus some, right? And was watching charts, really just like glued to prices. But for like a 3 month span, there was like little to no volatility. Like Bitcoin was sitting six ish K. Um, I think for like that time, it was like less volatile than the S&P. And so I was actually about to go on a vacation to Colombia, where I was like, really looking forward to just zoning out, kind of not being plugged into the matrix 24/7, like I was at the time once I started trading. And figure I was like, all right, now's a good time to step away, right? The markets haven't moved in 90 days, so go on vacation in Colombia, with the family, very much out of commission. And then lo and behold, once I do check my email, I get that fun email from BitMEX saying you've been liquidated. And so that was when there
Oh
was like a
gosh.
crazy 20, 30% just insta snap down, uh, and was just like hit for the first time of like, oh shit, like not only did the value of my assets go down, but I just lost all my assets.
Yeah, wow. So that really hits. So what was like I guess like, what's your first instinct? Like, what did you do? And then looking back, what should you have done? Like,
Yes.
as a reaction to what happened, and then also like, maybe we could go back and like do a post-mortem of like what you should have done like before getting the leverage too.
Hmm. Yeah, great question. So what I did do, like, at first was really upset. you know, um, that was kind of the first substantial monetary loss I've ever like really experienced of that nature, and so it was like a very new feeling, just like that kind of swift kick in the gut type. And I think I did let it get to me, right? I was sort of beating myself up, like, how could you be so dumb? You know, you kind of knew this was a volatile asset class, and having a lot of regrets, um, and just general like negative sentiment, like not personally feeling great about myself. Uh, so I guess responding to it, like any good crypto degen did, I doubled down, and that was right around the time I was about to quit my job. So ended up selling my 401k and putting that into crypto,
Love it.
which obviously with hindsight I do not regret. But I think what I could have done was just sort of take more of like a mindful approach, kind of like I did with a recent Euler hack, right? And um, I think having that first experience, right, helped me get to the point to where I was, a month ago, where I was no stranger to that feeling, was able to respond, I think, a little more clear headed.
Right.